Hi, am I live? Am I even... Is there sound? Am I... I should be... Um, I should be coming through. Um, yeah, I'm gonna... Sound is okay. Okay. I don't know why it didn't work with sound. I should check into that. It should work, but... Anyway, Um, I can explain in detail. Yes, I can. First of all, I have here. Okay, so the furring fell off. That doesn't matter. There are more people now. um, this is this rocket they're gonna launch today. It's the Falcon 9 and it's the Block 5 version. So we've all been waiting for this very long. It's the Block 5. For starters, the what they changed of the rocket, yeah, what you can see is they changed the colors. They changed the color of the legs and of the interstage. And I added that wasn't in the model file, but anyway, I added the second stage. So for more explanation, so the first stage. Let's talk. That's the most important thing today. Um, Um, let's start at bottom. So the engines have uprated thrust. I lost an engine here. They are about 10% more powerful. They have increased the chamber pressures of the engine, so they should be a little more powerful. Um, Also, they added a heat shield on the bottom, and I just learned that it is cooled. So, just like the engines are cooled by the RP1 flowing through um, it's like the there's a tiny space between the inside of the nozzle and the chamber and the outside, and it it's like you look like Alarna Bloom, bro. Thanks. And they before the RP1 goes into the or into the fuel chamber, they or into the combustion chamber, they let it flow around the engine to cool the engine so the engine doesn't melt. But right now they also added the same system into the octaweb, so that's what we call this. It's octaweb because there are 8 engines arranged uh, um, in a circle, so we call it the octaweb. And the legs are retractable now, so normally they would have to take them off after they landed it on the drone ship or on the LZ1 or LZ2 landing pads. But right now they can just lift the booster up, fold back the legs, and just probably put it on the crawler they bought from the NASA from the space shuttle age and drive it to the thing. Yeah, engine is damaged. Yeah, I just dropped it on the floor and I probably damaged it by this, but I'm streaming live so I can't repair it. I don't know. I damaged my flying rocket too, so um, yeah, and when we go up to rocket, up the rocket, we can see the black raceways. So here are all the electrical connections running, and they don't need the white painting. They painted it white because white reflects the sun, and white doesn't get as hot as the black stuff, but the black stuff doesn't need to be isolated. So they don't even need the black. That's a cool collection of rocket models. Yeah, thanks. I built this one in a live stream, and I'm currently building this one in a live stream. And this is the Falcon Heavy, the Redstone, and I'm working on more detail for the Ariane 5 launch pad. And this is the Ariane 5 core stage, and of course the Lego shuttle. But this is the oh well, more damaged things. Well the of course. No sound. Oh, I think my headset just turned itself off. Let me adjust those settings. So what happens is they um, yeah, the ablative paint. It's there is some kind of carbon based product in there. It's pure carbon. It's like graphite or just regular carbon. In when you heat it up, it ablates. It goes away. It burns away, but that's because with burning it away, you get rid of a lot of heat, and then in turn with the re-entry burn, you can handle a lot higher heat loads. So when we travel up the thingy, one thing that changed is that right over here is like this one, the vent. So this is the RP1 vent because this is the RP1 tank, and this is the oxygen tank. The vent of the RP1 was pointed downwards, and the vent of the LOX tanks was also pointing downward, but right now it's not. And um, yeah, come on, turn on. No, not wanting to cooperate. Okay, so yeah, change those settings. No, never. And so yeah, the now it's pointing sideways. I don't know why. Probably because of some because it needs to be crew rated, and I don't know. It has some reasons, but um. Will SpaceX disconnect the transmission after third stage separation? This rocket doesn't have a third stage, so but no, they won't because they have fixed all their problems with not being able to um, show the Earth from their cameras from the second stage. But anyway, they have titanium grid fins, which I think look like claws, and they have a larger surface area than the aluminium ones, and they don't melt. The aluminium ones, they although they had ablative paint on them, they melted. They had holes in them, and they needed to be repaired, and so they went with the more expensive, but you can more expensive titanium fins, but you can reuse them um, unlimited times. And the interstage is not painted. It doesn't need to be isolated. It's just already carbon and probably has some ablative extra coating on it. And um, yeah, second stage, it's a Block 5 second stage. I don't know what's changed, but I know this type of second stage, they are gonna be... Uh, no, the aluminium ones are not very steerable. The angle of attack, so if you are going this direction, but you have a different angle from like the zero angle is just pointing at where you're going, but if you don't point at it, it's called an angle of attack. But with the titanium grid fins, they get a can reach a larger uh, angle of attack, which in turn um, leads to a faster or slowing down in the atmosphere, so they need to use less fuel to slow down when they land. Yeah, and of course the fairing 2.0, they have so let me take the so ooh, don't fall. Um, this is actually the model of the a 1.0, because Alfonso, that's the guy who makes these models. Also these three he made. But the 2.0 is the one they are going to reuse. They used a different materials on constructing them, and also the fairing is a little bit larger, a little bit taller, so um, it allows them to launch a little bit larger satellites. Um, what and in the past they had some problems with the 2.0 fairing, so that's why I don't know which launch. I thought it was Zuma had them already, fairing problems, and then a few launches after that they also had fairing problems. I don't know for sure which launches these were. Um, how much longer? It's just a few. It's just a few tenths of a centimeter. It's just like 10 or 20 centimeters. I can't remember it by heart, but it didn't grow by a lot. Um, yeah, but they delayed a few launches because of the fairing problems, and yeah. Also, but anyway, the all the 2.0 fairings, the both halves have the recovery equipment in them, and in the 1.0 versions, they had only in one of the two halves a fairing recovery. It was more like a testing stage, but now they wanted to recover them, so they use a little bit more. I think a more stronger materials. Maybe they might be a little bit. They were cheaper, but they were cheaper, lighter, and I think that's to compensate for the recovery equipment, because you need to have the nitrogen thrusters to keep the. It's like a glider. It's gliding down to the through the atmosphere and then deploying its parachute, and then hopefully, if it's on the west coast, Mr. Steven catches it, and if it's on the east coast, Go Quest, it lands in the ocean. And right now, Go Quest is at sea, uh, around the where the drone ship is, and they're gonna catch the fairings. They are gonna splash down. I don't know if they're gonna recover one or two of them. Are there any risk in launching the satellites? I don't think so. SpaceX has proven them. There's always risk. You are basically riding what is it? I don't know what, but you're basically riding a bomb with an open end. So it doesn't matter if you put people on there or a satellite on there. There's always risk in it exploding. But yeah. Oh, also what they changed, just remembered, is instead of they in the turbo pumps they had aluminum blades and aluminum. You have impellers that are used to pressurize the fuel. They showed micro cracks. They were made of aluminum, and now they're made of titanium because NASA wanted them. Oh, they found micro cracks, and NASA told SpaceX to change it because they weren't feeling safe about it, but we don't know if it happens in a RD-180 on the Atlas V, because we can't recover the Atlas V engines. So, yeah. Are there any questions about this rocket? Oh yeah, I can tell you what is going to happen with this mission. Um, um, whoa, I say a lot. Yeah. Rocket is going to launch, and after 2 minutes and 31 seconds, the 9 Merlin engines on the first stage shut down. 2 seconds after that, the second stage separate. Then 2 seconds after that, the engine on the second stage ignites for, I believe, around 6 minutes. Then it is in a low Earth parking orbit, and then it coasts along until it's right above Africa. Then, when it's above Africa, they reignite the stage and they launch it into a geostationary transfer orbit. So the farthest point of the orbit will be about 36,000 kilometers away. I don't know what's that in miles. I live in Europe, so I'm not familiar with the metric or the imperial system. I'm familiar with the metric system, and yeah, in between they have this firing separating, and I believe after they finish the second burn, they will coast for another 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes, and then they'll separate the satellite, and then it's the end of the stream. So yeah. Um, let's see. I'm gonna go to Space's chat room and see if there are more interesting questions I can answer. Um, oh yeah, I can tell something about myself since we're all here. And I have some people that are new, I think, and some people that haven't seen me, or that are new, and people that have seen me do this 3 or 4 times. I'm 17. I live in the Netherlands. What I want to do, basically building models is my hobby. I try to do it every week, but I'm gonna uh, every 2 weeks I have a Saturday night. For me, it's at in the evening night. It's a live stream where I build the rocket. I'm currently working on a Delta 4. I finished the Atlas 5, and yeah. Last week I built. I didn't do it in a live stream, but I built the Block 5. Let's see. Yeah, still go for lunch. We should have go no go poll and fueling happening. Um, I believe at 38 minutes they have go no go poll, which then if they are go, they go ahead and fuel. And as you can see right here, it's gonna launch in 35 minutes, so we should have the um, go no go poll have happened, and in about 20 seconds they should start fueling their rocket. I don't know for sure. I need their oh um will their stream start in 35 minutes? No, their stream always starts with what we call SpaceX FM. So you will see the SpaceX logo, then the stars moving behind it, and then you will see the or you will hear spaceship starfish, and then I most probably about 5 minutes later they will start their stream. It depends on which rocket, because for the Falcon Heavy they started it way earlier than they normally did. But sometimes for CRS launches they start as late as T-minus 12 minutes. So 12 minutes earlier. 20 minutes earlier. So we should see the. I'm gonna check my Twitter if the clocks are still go at the Cape. And fueling is underway for the satellite. So what they changed also on the first stage is that instead, normally they would go at T minus 70 minutes, they would load the RP1, which is kerosene, and then they would at T minus 35 minutes they would start loading liquid oxygen or LOX. And right now they are starting the LOX load and the RP1 load at the same time. So um, yeah, there's a lot more going on at the same time, and they did this prior to AML 6, but as we saw, the helium tanks in the stage has with AML 6 exploded, and then boom, we had no satellite, and so yeah. What they did right now is reinforce those helium tanks. We call them, or they're called a composite overwrap pressure vessels. So there are aluminum pressure vessels wrapped with carbon composite. So that's carbon fiber. Oh god. Yeah, I'm still live, right? Yeah. Yeah. Fueling has begun. We are So right now, if they have a problem, they will not be able to recycle because they only have 30 minutes left in the window. They need 38 minutes to start because their launch is now slated at 23 or yeah 23 70 or 47 my time, so that's 21 47 UTC, and their launch window closes at, I believe, 2222, I believe, UTC time. So they they might be able, if they have a problem, to recycle because they need to take out all the fuel and then put new fuel in, and because it warms up the fuel, and they have cooled it down so it's at the densest point, so they have the most efficient. What does Block 5 mean? Does it mean version 5 of Falcon 9? No, Block 5 is there are different theories going around. Block 5, because we had the first Falcon was the Falcon 1. SpaceX had the Falcon 1. They moved on to the Falcon 9. The Falcon 9 version 1. It was version 1.0. It had the engines arranged in a 3x3 pattern, and after 2 or 3 launches, they changed it to a Falcon 1.1. They changed it into the current octaweb structure. They stretched the first stage, and I believe the second stage a little bit. And we had a lot of flights of that rocket. Then we moved on to Falcon 1. No, there was a version in between because they stretched the stage even more, and that was 1.1. And then we had and they had a different version of the Merlin engine. Then they had 1.2 or full thrust, and now we have 1.2 full thrust Block 5. So what that means is, of course, all the changes I explained, and what they think is that the first version of the Falcon, we don't know exactly all the changes, but somewhere along they had 5 versions of the 1.2. So yeah, and I don't know what they're explaining, or it could be like the 5th version, because that is also makes sense. So we don't know for sure what they mean by it, but it is the Block 5 booster. So So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this launch. I'm hyped. So yeah, let me see. And oh yeah, of course it's launching uh Banga Bangabandhu-1. I'm not gonna pronounce it again. But that's a 3.5 ton satellite with satellite for the Bangladesh government. Or yeah, it was for the government, right? And it's a, or is it a commercial satellite? I'm not sure. I should not make any statements about those because I didn't really carefully researched my things. Hey, um, T minus 13 minutes. Yeah, well, we're yeah. So yeah, of course the Falcon or uh, the Merlin engines are really good. They are the most powerful. No, they're not the most powerful um, rocket engines which use liquid oxygen and liquid and kerosene, but still. Um, well, the tweet with all the delay. Check this. Yeah, check. Parthenis just posted a link to the uh, to a great video of Everyday Astronaut, and of course, I'm kind of copying Everyday Astronaut with hosting those launches, but I can go. I think I can go in more in depth on the rocket itself, and um, funny thing, why they bolted. So right now, I didn't think I explained that they bolted the octaweb for the interstates. Before they would I forgot the word. Weld. Yeah, they used to weld the octaweb together because there are 8 sections going around a middle structure. Uh, That's why they named the satellite after his name. Bangka Bangabandhu-1. Yeah. I don't know. It's Bangladeshing band, no something. I don't know what the name stands for. Don't ask me. I'm not a a name guy. I don't know why the name Parthen. No, I can pronounce Parthenis. That's not a problem. I would do differently when I speak Dutch, but I when I speak Dutch and English at the same in the same sentence, my I get uh I kind of my there is gonna be a knot in my tongue, and no, I just will keep it at Parthenis. I will go there. But yeah. Your English is so good, bro. I can. Yeah. About yeah. It should be. I did bilingual school, so all my lessons were in English for 3 years. So yeah, and I got my CAE and my C. Uh, yeah, CAE and C. Yeah, I see FE and CAE. So my English is fine. Not my grammar is not that good, but the satellite is named after a Bangladeshi national hero. Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, there we go. SpaceX is live, so I will change to my live view. Yeah. So we have the. I will keep the clock there until they have their own clock running, and yeah, there is no sound. I hear. Is there sound? So, I can check. Is there sound now on my stream? Can you hear the music from the SpaceX stream? I wanna know. I wanna know if you can hear this live stream. Lol, my computer has problems. No, I don't want to close it. No, 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 no. Where is my... Oh. Nay, nay, nay. Oh, nay. Please don't. Nain. Okay. No sound by SpaceX. Okay, I will find out for you guys. Seriously, I don't have a clue why. I could mute my audio and turn it up again. It says it's putting it out. Don't monitor. Close. Does it? Is there sound? No, I don't know. We have sound. Okay, we're okay. Yes. So, oh. Those few seconds. Is it? No, it's okay, right? If it's too loud, tell me, guys. So, yeah. Also, the first stage of course is gonna attempt a landing on the drone ship. It's gonna coast for 4 minutes after they separate the stage. It's of course it's gonna flip and deploy its little claws. I like to call them claws. They're fins, I know, but I like to call them the Falcon's claws. And they are 6 minutes, around 6.5 minutes into flight. They are gonna do the re-entry burn, and then 2 minutes later they will do a landing burn, and then they will touch down on the drone ship. Of course, till I love you. One thing I'm not sure about is if they're gonna do a one engine landing burn or a 3-engine landing burn. 3-engine landing burn saves fuel, but they have a lot of fuel margin right now, so I think they don't want to risk losing a Block 5 booster, so they are gonna do a 1-engine landing burn. But a 3-landing engine burn could also be possible. I don't know. We just will have to see and hear if they're gonna say something about that. No, I didn't build it quickly. I got it last week Friday as a build, and the pictures that are all of the Block 5 booster are my booster, my rocket. They are on his side. He didn't have time to construct it in the weekend, so he asked me and a Japanese guy to build it. I got it early, so. And this is not perfect, this model. They are the black stripes on the first stage are still sticking out, and there were some other things I remember. Also, what they changed, normally you would have a core number right here, but it's black, so you wouldn't see the core number. So right now it's located right here at below the grid fins, and they shouldn't burn off. They shouldn't. They should not burn off. And so yeah, Um, I will just ramble along. So let's go in depth. Um, I can talk about the engine. It's a staged combustion cycle engine. No, it's not staged. It's a gas generator cycle. They tap off a little bit of fuel and a little bit of oxidizer, put it into a pre-burner, then they burn it. It's not perfect. It's not as hot as in the combustion chamber. They feed it into a turbine, which spins up the turbo pumps. Then they will throw the exhaust overboard, and the fuel from the turbo pumps goes into the engine. When it ignites, they put a bit of Theatep, which ignites with oxygen. Put it in there, and that's why you see the green spark. It's the tiny bit of igniter fluid flowing in and igniting. It's the green flame. Hey, there we go. So yeah. Is it? If it is too loud, tell me. I can turn it down on my own headset, but I don't know. I'm gonna ask my headset for feedback because I don't know how loud I am. Yes, I can hear myself now a bit better. Yeah.
It is May 10th at 2:29 p.m. Pacific time, and you are looking at a live view of the
You saw me adjusting
Falcon
it.
9
That's
rocket.
perfect. Okay.
It awaits liftoff from the SpaceX
Yeah, let's go.
launch pad in approximately
I think
17
she's
minutes.
beautiful, though.
Welcome to today's live webcast for the Bangabandhu Satellite 1 mission from Pad 39A at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. My name is Tom Perdero.
Bangabandhu. Okay.
Today's launch is a
I'm excited.
particularly exciting
I think
one,
you
as we
guys
have two
know.
important milestones taking place. The first milestone is that the payload, Bangabandhu Satellite 1, will be the first official geostationary communications satellite for the nation of Bangladesh. The second milestone today is that this is the debut of a series of upgrades to Falcon 9 that we're calling Block 5. These upgrades are designed to allow us to reuse each Falcon 9 10 times or more, and also reduce refurbishment time between flights. Falcon 9 today will deliver Bangabandhu Satellite 1 to geostationary transfer orbit, also known as GTO. After that, we will be attempting to recover this first stage on Of Course I Still Love You, which is our drone ship currently stationed about 340 nautical miles downrange in the Atlantic Ocean. If successful, this will mark the 25th successful landing for SpaceX.
Okay, yeah.
As you can see, we've got a lot to cover in today's webcast, so let's get started.
Hi, I'm Lauren Lyons, and I'm an engineer here in our Flight Reliability Department. Now, for those of you joining us for the first time, just a little bit about Falcon 9. It's a two-stage rocket, each stage having its own engines and its own propellants. The first stage, which is this lower portion here, this is the part of the rocket that generates the tremendous thrust that's necessary in order to get the rocket through the most dense parts of Earth's lower atmosphere and accelerate the second stage and payload up to approximately 48,000 kilometers per hour. This is also the part of the rocket that we're going to be attempting to land on our drone ship after it separates from the second stage, which is sitting on top here. Stage 2 has a single Merlin engine that is optimized.
Oh yeah, turn off my countdown clock. Sorry, I forgot about that, guys.
Bangabandhu Sat 1 into its targeted geostationary transfer orbit.
It should be turned off now.
Now, at the very, very top of that rocket, that
Yeah,
nose
it
cone
is
that you
turned
see
off.
there is called our payload fairing. And inside of it, Bangabandhu Satellite 1. The fairing is what protects the satellite from aerothermal heating and contamination as we travel through the Earth's atmosphere. But once we get into the vacuum of space, we jettison it, it'll separate from the rocket and fall back down to Earth. Now, if you've been watching our rockets for a while, you notice that Falcon 9 looks visibly different today. Most notably, we have this black inner stage, this black raceway cover, and these black landing legs. This is the color of our improved thermal protection system materials, or TPS as we call it, and it doesn't require painting. The new thermal protection material is a highly flame-resistant felt, which we expect to be more rapidly reusable than the cork that we previously used. Now, all these changes reflect our ongoing efforts to build not just reusable rockets, but rockets that are rapidly reusable.
Here we go, yeah.
We hope that rocket launches will
So
like
what she explained is that the shield doesn't need to be...
We'll talk more about the Block 5 upgrades later in the webcast.
I forget words, sorry guys, it's late.
Let's get a status update.
It doesn't need to be cool, it needs to be protected, so it's not painted.
Falcon 9 rolled out to the pad with the Bangabandhu Satellite 1 payload last
yeah, here we
night
go,
at
Block
about
5,
8
yeah,
p.m.
baby,
local time,
let's go.
And it went vertical at roughly 8 a.m. local time this morning. We went through the launch director's go, no-go poll, held at about T-minus 2 hours. And we're currently working no issues on the vehicle.
No issues, yes.
One
That's
of the several
good.
changes to Block 5 is in how we load propellants. We use a liquid kerosene fuel called RP1, and our oxidizer
So,
is liquid oxygen.
just before launch, 4 minutes, I think, you will see the right at the top of the large structure at behind the rocket. That's what we call the transporter erector. It's it's driven out of the hangar onto the ramp like this, horizontal, yeah, and then it's raised vertical, and it sits there for a few hours, and then it's being fueled, and then it launches. Those arms hold it in place and give it some extra strength, and they open up about 4 minutes after launch. Then the tower retracts about 1.5 degrees, and then you will at liftoff you will see it fall back really quickly. So and that's to protect all the umbilicals at the top of the rocket, because in a lot of towers, let's say the Atlas 5 or the Ariane 5, they do need to replace the ones that are hanging off the... Ooh, bad weather at their landing site.
2.5 minutes or so, excuse me. We should be bringing you live coverage on its way back down. All told, vehicle's healthy at the moment. Payload's also healthy, and the range is a go. Weather-wise, we're watching some strong high-altitude winds and some thick cloud layers that are cooling to minus 20 degrees Celsius, but there's nothing that's looking like it's going to stop us from launching in 12 minutes from now.
Block 5 refers to a series of upgrades we've made to the Falcon 9 rocket
as
part of our ongoing effort to make spaceflight more like commercial air travel is today. And that is to say safe, affordable, and utilizing vehicles that can be flown over and over again.
So,
over time, the primary
also this is the launch pad you saw the shuttles launch from. It's 39A, and the pole you see behind the large tower was part of the rotating service structure that would go around the shuttle, and so you could access
the thrust of each of these Merlin 1D engines
payload bay of the shuttle. They removed it, they gave it back to NASA, they had no use for it, and I believe they're going to put some extra levels on top of the tower for a crew access arm to access the crew capsule, which is the Dragon version 2. It's still, I think the demo is still slated to go in August, and then in December we will have the crewed version, which I'm really excited about. It will also fly on Block 5, that's why they're flying the Block 5 now. The Block 5 needs to fly 7 times without a
thermal protection tiles, as well as
a change to the rocket. Otherwise, NASA isn't going to certify it for a human flight. So, yeah, at least we will have to see 6 more launches of Block 5 booster after this to certify it for a human flight. So yeah, there we go.
Although we may make minor upgrades as we continue to strive for rapid reusability and extremely high.
Also, they're gonna reuse the second stage.
As previously mentioned,
but
Bangabandhu
that will be a long time, or a long time. That will
communication satellite for the country of Bangladesh. The satellite was
take a
built
lot
by
more
Thales
time.
Alenia of France and fitted with 26 Ku band and 14 C band transponders. This allows the satellite to
7
cover
is
a
my lucky
wide
number.
variety
7
of
is a
broadcast
lucky
and
number.
telecommunication applications, including
So yeah.
satellite TV, internet access, and emergency communication services, and much, much more. The satellite will be operated
I'm gonna
by the Bangladesh
probably stand
Telecommunication
up
Regulatory Commission, or the
for
BTRC. Located
the
at
launch and landing because I want to cheer.
Bangabandhu Satellite 1 will provide direct-to-home services, video distribution, and very small aperture terminal communications across Bangladesh. The satellite will also provide broadband connectivity to rural areas throughout the country. The satellite's mission is expected to last at least 15 years. The launch of Bangabandhu Satellite 1 is a key milestone for the country of Bangladesh, and to acknowledge this effort, we have a special message from the CEO of Thales Alenia Space, and its messages to the teams who made this mission possible.
Today is an important day for Bangladesh and for all of us. Bangabandhu Satellite 1 is, without any doubt, a pioneering and ambitious space program that will mark
Let's go.
Let's
go.
And I'm very proud of Thales Alenia Space to be part of this exciting story. Bangabandhu Satellite 1 is designed to reduce the digital divide in Bangladesh by providing broadcasting and communications services all over the country, and particularly in rural zones. This satellite will highly contribute to the economic development of Bangladesh. Being the country's first telecom satellite, it also represents the confirmation of Bangladesh entry into the
and for just number's sake, the drone ship is 611 kilometers downrange.
Bangladesh worked with ours in a very
and I don't know, and I will probably see that the engines are operated because the rocket should go off, or should jump off the pad a little bit quicker than it normally does.
Flag in their hands began to sing in unison in front of a huge silvery mass of the Bangabandhu Satellite 1. It's moments like these that really lend meaning to our motto, Space for Life. I would like to congratulate all teams involved for doing such a fantastic job. Thales Alenia Space teams for their large contribution and for having delivered the satellite on time. Spectra, our efficient satellite ground segment partner in Bangladesh, and SPI team for the close cooperation with our teams along the program. Finally, I would like to warmly thank
Thales French guys,
for entrusting us with the first satellite. From beginning to end, you can count on Thales Alenia Space.
I see my computer has problems with getting all this correct.
We're now at about T-minus 6 minutes and
21 FPS.
And at this point,
let's go.
Stage 1 and Stage 2 are just about fully loaded with almost 1 million pounds of kerosene fuel and liquid oxygen. The second stage is 100% full of RP1 and about 85% full of liquid oxygen. The first stage is just under 100% of RP1 and at about 98% of liquid oxygen. We'll continue topping both stages off until about T-minus 2 minutes to keep the propellants as cold and therefore as dense as possible.
As he is explaining, they keep it as cold as dense
this afternoon. Around the T-minus 7 minute mark, we began our engine chill.
Get more performance out of the rocket. You can put more fuel into the rocket, so therefore your engines are able to burn more.
Liquid oxygen in particular is so much colder that it would turn into a gas upon first contact, which would be a pretty hard start for the engine. The next major activities, the strong back, that's the white structure right next to Falcon 9 there, will open and slightly retract away from the rocket. It will fully recline as soon as Falcon 9 leaves the pad. At T-minus 3 minutes, we'll be performing an engine wiggle. That's double checking to make sure that the thrust vector control system is working properly. That's the system that allows the engines to steer Falcon 9 during ascent. At T-minus 60 seconds, you'll hear that Falcon 9 is in startup mode.
Yeah, and it's this probably has been the best live stream because everything went smooth.
One more interesting change for this mission,
except for the sound not working, but I think it was just
the engines were used with a constant Because
it was just a wrong setting, so that's my fault. But it went smooth today.
By up to 10 or 15,
yeah, and it's best quality. I haven't had a single frame drop.
Here is that for block 5,
so
we'll be maintaining a constant
yeah, I'm getting better at this, guys. I'm just lucky right now.
The engine's chamber pressures over time in order to compensate for the decreasing atmospheric pressure.
I think I can grow over the coming months if I keep up this this quality.
Again, for today's mission, we are looking to recover the first stage. This is the
I think the crowd is already opening.
At least 10 times.
And you will see the strong back check just a little bit. It's 1.5 degrees. So
ready to catch the first stage during its descent. Bangabandhu Satellite 1 is currently looking pretty healthy, entirely healthy, and we're excited to get that into its geostationary transfer orbit. The range is currently go.
As you can see,
and the weather is also still looking good enough for us to launch today. At this point,
stage is now are actually performing some sort of bleed. You can see out of the interstage there is a stream of liquid oxygen coming out of it, and right now they are putting the fuel into the turbo pumps of the second stage, but a lot of it evaporates because of the temperature difference. So turn off Twitter now. No, my stream is just 3 seconds behind, so you don't have to turn them off.
Stage 2 dump manifold secured.
Minutes, 2 minutes.
Stage 2 locks throttle back. Stage 2 locks are complete.
Are my stream, like I'm seeing my own stream, it's only 2 or 3 seconds behind, so.
Is on internal power.
Are those drone shots? Oh my god, yes! Drone shots. I love those. Oh, sorry. I was a bit excited. Yes. Probably everybody's going to sleep right now in my home, but hey, it's the Falcon 9 Block 5, so.
A1D fuel bleed complete.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. 1 minute, guys. Woo! No! No! It's a hold. That's a scrub. That's a scrub. That's definitely a scrub. That was in startup, so something went wrong. Dang it. That's a scrub because they don't have time to recycle. They need to take the fuel out and put it in again, and they have 35 minutes and they only have well, they have 5 minutes to spare, so maybe we'll get a launch, but I don't think so.
It looks like just after Falcon 9 entered startup mode, it threw an abort. We're currently looking into a little more details to see if we're able to continue today's mission. If not, we'll be using our backup day tomorrow at about the same time.
Guys, prepare for a scrub. We might be able to recycle, but I don't think so. So, just be prepared for a scrub. Is it a scrub? I don't know. I'm waiting for confirmation, but same time tomorrow. But yeah, but no, they're T-minus 15 minutes. We don't have a scrub. No scrub. No scrub. We don't have a scrub.
If you're just joining us, it appears we had an abort thrown by the vehicle just after it entered startup mode.
No scrub. Hold.
Sure
they're holding at T-minus 15 minutes, so we might get a launch. We might still get a launch.
So we're much happier to take those aborts beforehand rather than continue.
If they can figure out what it was, we might get a launch.
If we have to go tomorrow, we'll be checking to see exactly what was happening.
But I think this is their
the
clock.
Launch window opens tomorrow.
But their clock is
4:14 p.m. Eastern time, or 8:14 Universal
most
Coordinated
of the time.
Time.
For how long?
At 6:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, or 10:21 Universal Coordinated Time.
They're still holding. Just wait.
Hang on for a few more moments. We're waiting for official word from the countdown net, and we'll get back to you shortly.
I don't hope this is a scrub. I really don't. But anyway, please don't scrub. I don't know. If they hold for too long, they can't. Yeah, no, don't bite my nails, but I really hope they don't. But I think their fuel is gonna get too warm. But it might be that they're okay with it because they are not in that tight of a margin, because their satellite is just 3.5 tons, which is not a significant. It's not very big for SpaceX. Yeah, but most likely it will be a scrub. But if they're holding at T-minus 15 minutes, they still can hold for another 20 minutes. So
again, if you're just joining us, we had an abort just before our predicted launch time of 5:47 p.m. Eastern time. These are an important part of making sure that the vehicle.
And we don't have an official scrub, because otherwise they would have told us. But
to discover the cause of the abort.
They are looking for, but probably if they're holding at T-minus 15 minutes, they've put the rocket into a state which it was in before they are right now holding it into a state which it was at T-minus 15 minutes. They're probably taking some fuel out. I don't know for sure, but I think they will. And they will just put it back into their tanks so it can cool down again, and then they probably can fuel it up again. I will just check my Twitter. I don't want it to scrub. I really don't. I really don't want it to scrub. Let's hope it will. Let's see if I can update the quality for you guys. No, they don't have time. No, 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 no. They only have 30 minutes. No, they don't have time. Their launch window was from 2047 UTC till 22. So that's not correct. I don't know. I know for sure it was a 2-hour window and it didn't open when they were supposed to launch. They don't have 2 hours. They only have a little less than 35 minutes, 30 minutes.
We're still looking to discover the cause of the abort that Falcon 9 threw just inside T-1 minute. Because so many systems respond in abort, they change to a safe state. It takes us several minutes to understand.
Yeah, they have 15 minutes now to resolve this if they're holding at T-minus 15 minutes. But if they are scrubbing it for today, or if they hold longer than 15 minutes, they can't launch because the window closes at.
CLD on countdown 1. Vehicle is safe. Please stand by while reviewing data.
Oh, they're still reviewing. They want to launch. They really want to launch this. They don't know what the cause was.
You just
I
heard
think.
On the countdown net, we're still reviewing the data to see if we're able to determine the cause.
But if they start up the count again and we get past that 1 minute mark and we fire up the engines, there is a chance that fuel has become too hot and they will need to scrub for the day. But I don't hope.
The launch director announced that the vehicle is safe and gave the okay for payload to go back to external power. So we're still reviewing those telemetry logs. We're not yet scrubbed for the day.
That means that,
as quickly as possible.
Or it was.
If we're able to
wasn't a very
today,
big.
Or if we are not able to launch today, excuse me, then our backup window is at about the same time tomorrow.
Yeah.
At 4:14 p.m. Eastern Time, closing at 6:21 p.m. Eastern Time.
I don't want them to scrub it, but I really want them to launch. Just as it was Ellen Shepard, I think it was Ellen Shepard. Fix your little problem and light this fucking candle. I swear, okay, I know, but I quoted somebody, so yeah. Anyway, I have a wireless headset, so I'm gonna get something to drink. So hold on, guys. Please launch. Please go. Go, 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 go. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Good night. I'm gonna make a snap.
We are still continuing to look at the data to determine if we can understand the cause of this afternoon's abort. Aborts are part of the standard process. Again, it's good to make sure that the Falcon 9 is completely ready to go, both the ground systems and the vehicle systems as well. And double checking those is vastly preferable to having any sort of a problem during flight. There's still a chance that we may be able to launch today, and we're working to see if that's going to be possible. Otherwise, we'll aim for a backup launch window tomorrow afternoon.
I lost a streak. Oh no. Ah! Cut. Okay. Sorry guys. It's not yet scrubbed for the day. That's true. Okay. Oh, that's not my chat room, but anyway. So yeah. Yeah. They have 6 more minutes to fix their problem. No, that's not true. They have 2 more minutes, but no, unlikely. Yet. Are they gonna cut it close?
If you're
they have 7 more minutes. Okay.
We had an abort at the very final stages of countdown within 1 minute for a launch time of 5:47 p.m. Eastern Time. Falcon 9 threw the abort, and they're part of the standard process. We're still continuing to look at the data to conclude, even if it was a ground problem or a vehicle problem. Because at T-minus 1 minutes, the flight computers go into startup mode, the process of understanding that abort is a little more difficult than at other times in the countdown. So we're reviewing those telemetry logs to make sure that we're understanding it. There is still a chance that we can make it work for today's window, and we're currently exploring if that's a possibility.
I think we have a scrub, but that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. But if it is not that obvious what the problem was, they probably need to check it out on the rocket itself. Excuse me. So yeah, they don't know what happened yet, so no, that's a depressurization of something. That looks like we might be able. I hope it launches, but the chance is becoming really small. They have exactly 5 minutes. They have 5 more minutes to figure out the problem and reset the clock. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to host it tomorrow. I want to, but I don't know. I will just leave my setup like this, but
And if you're just joining us, you can see that it's a T-minus 15-minute clock at the moment in a yellow state. We're in a hold state. We threw an abort at just inside of T-minus 1 minute as Falcon 9 had taken control of the countdown.
4 minutes.
Aborts are part of the standard process to make sure that everything is working just as we're expecting. Much better to have those sorts of signals on the ground rather than any time during ascent.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, sorry, that made me laugh. Yeah. Awesome. Two minutes. 2 minutes. Okay, just let me look this up for. Wait, why is SpaceX not here? Oh. One minute, I think we're looking at a scrub, guys. I'm calling it a scrub.
SCLD on countdown officially Scrubb for today, preparing for...
No. They couldn't find it in time. Sorry guys. Yeah, well, I can't do anything about this. Yeah, so,
And we've just received final confirmation that we are standing down today to a violation of abort criteria. The vehicle and payload are in good health. The next launch opportunity is tomorrow, May 11th. Again, if you're just joining us, we had a launch attempt at
I've been
5:47 p.m. Eastern Time. Falcon 9 abort in the final minute of countdown, and it seems like we are unable to reach the launch or to launch within the launch window for today at this time. We have concluded a preliminary review, however, and have determined that the vehicle and payload are in good health, and will be aiming to launch tomorrow during our backup launch window at 4:14 p.m. Eastern Time, closing at 6:21 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay, their launch is going to be at the opening of the launch window. They're aiming at it, so that will be, what was it?
Again, 4:14 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you again.
4:14 p.m. That is 9:14. So that is 21:14 European time, and that it will be 19:14 UTC. So 1940 UTC, 14 UTC will be their second attempt at launching this rocket. So tomorrow, tomorrow at 9:14 European time, that will be their attempt. I muted it. Ha 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 ha. I by accident muted it. Yeah, so yeah, this is a disappointment. Still no audio. Is there still no audio? There should be. Hehe. Yeah. Launch in, launch. Yeah. Tomorrow, same time as, no, not the same time as today. 9:14 they're aiming at the opening of the launch window. That would be, what? Let me see. I don't know if I can make it. I will certainly let Twitter know tomorrow. I have to go to my local observatory maybe, but streaming is more fun. And the internet connection sucks over there, so I can't do it over there. Sorry guys. Not at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, 2022. Yeah, that's true, 22. 14 Central. Oh, yeah, that's 10, 14. Yeah. I might be able to make it, but I have to leave earlier. I will see. I will see what I can do. I will let you guys know. I really want to stream tomorrow, but I'm not sure. So yeah. Again, as you'll know, I really appreciated you guys watching me. This was the best stream I had so far. What do you do at Philips Prague? Well, we have a room filled with rockets, and those rockets are made by me, and it's our space exploration room thingy, and that's where I tell people about space exploration, about rockets. We show them launches. We show them one epic. I made a really good edit of a shuttle launch. So yeah. That's what we can show there, and what else? Yeah, and that's basically what I do. But I really enjoy streaming, so I like interacting with you guys, and it's feeling less weird talking to a camera. Yeah. And this one went really smooth, so I was glad for that. But the downside is they scrubbed the launch, so yeah. Yeah, that's sad. So sorry, but I can't do anything about it. That's not in my hands. What I oh yeah, what I wanted to do. So sorry, oh wait, let me go back. Okay, and now I'm messing this up. I will probably just cut this out. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow, and yeah, ad astra to the stars.